This is the 10-Minute Teacher Podcast with your host, Vicki Davis.
Today's show is packed with timely, practical insights with 3 AI prompts I teach my students on day 1. These are simple, powerful ways to turn AI into a tutor and feedback tool, and you can start using them right away. This is an episode you'll want to save, take notes on, and definitely share with a teacher friend. My goal is simple: to help them turn their AI tool of choice into a formative feedback engine. I expect my students to use AI for feedback because I'm the one doing the grading. I don't use AI to grade or comment. I don't want them to use AI to write. In fact, some of the initial research coming out is showing that students who use AI to write it for them don't remember what they turned in and don't remember the content. We all know that. But I do want them to use AI effectively to reflect and revise before submitting their work. So if you're watching on video or TV, you'll see each prompt on the screen. And if you're listening, you can download all these prompts at coolcatteacher.com/ISTE2025. Okay, so let's start. Imagine this prompt. I do not understand the cardiovascular system, but I do understand soccer. Explain the cardiovascular system to me in terms I understand. So what we're doing is we're taking something that students don't know and using what they do know to help make sense of the content. I like to use this in my classroom when I see that students are struggling to understand a very important concept. So each student will pick the tool of their choice. They'll enter the prompt of their choice based on something they do understand, and then we'll compare answers. And I'll say, who has a way to understand this concept you think makes sense? Basically, they're checking for understanding. They're looking for an explanation that can help their classmates. And more often than not, students will go, I can remember that, or I can remember it this way. It really helps learning and it speeds up the process. So this is a cooperative learning jigsaw that I do with AI with this particular prompt. Next, prompt number 2 turns AI into a formative feedback tool for an essay. In this essay feedback prompt, it goes this way. So students upload a copy of the essay and my rubric. They may have to take a screenshot of the rubric, and that's okay. I show them how to do this. And then they'll prompt something like this. Give me feedback on this essay using the rubric I have provided. List all spelling mistakes, all grammar issues, and list rubric concerns separately, and suggestions for how I can improve my writing without rewriting it for me. Make a bulleted list I can follow. Now, this prompt gives students clear, actionable feedback that they can choose to apply or not. It encourages them to think critically about their own writing. They upload the work, they upload the rubric, and the AI helps them edit it themselves with the decisions that they make. I find that this really helps students learn what I'm trying to teach with their essay by using it in this way. And finally, prompt number 3 is the slide feedback prompt. Give me feedback on these slides using the rubric I have provided. List all spelling mistakes, all grammar issues, and list rubric concerns separately, and give me suggestions on my opener based on the rubric. Also, estimate the amount of time this presentation may take to give, and give me suggestions for making things more concise or longer if needed. Also, give a suggestion for an opener or closer in line with what is seen in TED Talks. Okay, so by using the term TED Talks, I'm unlocking a whole knowledge base. So this one's perfect for preparing speeches and class presentations. Students can get help on delivery, timing, structure, and polish without relying on me to give feedback on every single slide. They're actually turning AI into a feedback machine. Now, I will add that after that, they can go into PowerPoint and use Presentation Coach and get even more feedback, or just practice for a friend. That works. These 3 prompts are about teaching students to think for themselves, to use AI to grow and not to cheat, to revise, reflect, and rise. And you can find all 3 of these prompts that I teach my students at coolcatteacher.com/ISTE2025. Well, that wraps up today's episode. Thanks for being here and caring about what matters in the classroom. Remember, you can find today's show notes, links, and all 3 student AI prompts at coolcatteacher.com/ISTE2025. Thanks for tuning in to the 10-Minute Teacher Podcast. Watch the video version of this podcast and catch my new radio and TV show, Cool Cat Teacher Talk, on YouTube, and a radio or TV station near you. Join my Cool Cat Teacher Classroom Matters newsletter at coolcatteacher.com/newsletter. Leave a review if you found this helpful. See you later, educator.